Tonight's headlines are brought to you in part by Coldwell Energy and McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Lemus. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. CNMI pulls in another valued market for tourism. Also tonight, a large amount of drugs stopped and seized at the borders. And head of police agrees with the court on overtime matters. In sports, if playing on the home field feels good, winning feels even better. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Northern Marianas, rise up to the challenge! June 17th through June 25th, the Northern Marianas will be hosting the NM Pacific Mini Games 2022. Athletics, badminton, baseball, beach volleyball, golf, tennis, triathlon, ba'a, and weightlifting. Visit northernmarianas2022.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks to the Tensu Lim Foundation, Joe Tendare Foundation, T Galleria, Docomo Pacific, ITNE, NMC, Elan Group, Marpac, Fish Guy Scuba Charter, Atkins Kroll, Glorified City Limit, McDonald's, Mobile, Triple J, NM Tech, and Bank of Guam.
Sipping on a delicious drink from McDonald's may have you thinking, what makes these drinks just hit different? Don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Cool off this summer with McDonald's Minute Maid Slushies. Try the new Tropical Mango or returning favorite, Strawberry Watermelon, for a limited time.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, June 27th, 2022. The Japan tourism market reopens in the CNMI with direct flight services. United Airlines will be offering direct flights between Saipan and Japan 3 times a week beginning this September. This project has been in the works for quite some time now by the Marianas Visitors Authority and the Office of the Governor. MVA's Managing Director Priscilla Iacpo states that the plan to revive the tourism industry began with Korea, who was ready to open back up their travels. Japan was still under strict travel restrictions due to COVID-19, but MVA was just waiting till they were ready.
We know that tourism is our only economic driver, and we wanted to make sure that we continue. So what we did was we built a plan for trip, we call it Trip Japan. And so whenever Japan was ready, that was when we would implement. And what we did was we issued out a request for proposal for any airlines who would want to provide direct service from Japan to Saipan. We were thankful enough to receive one proposal, which was United Airlines. And so upon reviewing extensively the proposal received, we awarded them. And the first flight that will be coming in, the first inaugural flight will be on September 1st.
United Airlines will be offering 3 weekly flights that may potentially bring in 8,000 Japanese visitors by the end of this year. September flights will allow partners in Japan to market and promote the product and hopefully book a fully loaded trip.
With the success again with Korea and the travel bubble, that really, showed us and taught us actually, the things that we need to improve as a destination. And we obviously know that we cannot rely on one market. And so Japan, is the market that, we wanted to target. Obviously, with China, it's a different situation. But more importantly, having to welcome our Japan market once again is truly important because tourism was born out of the Japanese, right? And so we value that partnership and that friendship, and we definitely want to maintain that.
Governor Torres has allocated $15 million for the Japan Trip program, which will include airline incentives, tourist programs, cooperative marketing, and advertisements. Another large shipment of drugs stopped at the post office. CNMI Customs seizes over 4 pounds of ice smuggled in from California. 2 individuals have been arrested. During a routine inspection at the Chalankanawa Post Office, CNMI Customs officers discovers packages of candy containing over 4 pounds of crystal methamphetamine. The drugs were sealed inside Ziploc bags divided in 3 packages shipped from the state of California. In a press conference on Friday, Customs Director Jose Mofnes notes that this year alone, they have managed to intercept at least 15 pounds of crystal meth at the post office.
Crystal meth is very destructive drugs. I've seen it before, and that's why the Division of Customs and Biosecurity, we're doing everything to ensure that the ports of entry are protected.
Mofnes says the drugs used to come in through containers, but the trend now is through the post office. Customs is staying open-eyed.
You will catch them. If you slip into once, twice, but you will catch it. So we have brand new dogs, we have new equipment, ion scan, and we have new boats coming in. And so we're trying to cover all gaps that we think will assist us in protecting our borders.
Today's street value is at least $300 to $500 per gram. This bulk of 4 pounds or 1,800 grams values to at least $900,000. Special Assistant and former DPS Chief James DeLon Guerrero says it's a good day for the Commonwealth every time a bust like this is successful.
And we will continue to be vigilant. So anyone thinking or wanting to attempt to smuggle drugs into the Commonwealth, it will be just a matter of time before we actually are able to catch it.
After the discovery, Customs reached out to the CNMI's Drug Enforcement Task Force, the U.S. DEA, and the U.S. Homeland Security to execute a surveillance operation. According to court documents, officers replaced the drugs with sham and put a tracker in the packages. The packages were passed on to 5 different people and locations before actually being opened. Surveillance led to the arrest of a 44-year-old male, Chun Wang, and 48-year-old female, Wang Ruong, who are now being charged with conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute a federally controlled substance. The 2 defendants are to return to federal court for a preliminary hearing on July 8, 9 a.m. 1 out of 7 admits to owing the government back the overtime pay. Police Chief Robert Guerrero agrees with the complaint filed by Attorney General Edward Manibusan regarding overtime pay he received in the Super Typhoon Yutu recovery efforts. Guerrero was paid $46,000 for overtime alone and now agrees that the court should issue a judgment on the matter. Guerrero was the first out of several cabinet members and government officials to be taken to court regarding illegal OT pay. AG Manibusan previously stated that the outcome of this case will determine the course of those in the same situation. A demand letter ordering officials to return overtime pay was issued last year. The AG's office has yet to confirm who has complied. The other cabinet members are James Ada, Antonio Benavente, Vicky Benavente, Robert Hunter, Larissa Larson, Claudio Narita, and Mark Roboliman. Coming up, over 1,000 people head over to the Garapan fishing base for good food and live entertainment. Stay tuned.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
My doctor gave me the pills, so they must be safe, right?
If taken exactly as prescribed, short-term use can be safe, but painkillers have real risk. Misusing an opioid painkiller can cause serious harm, including addiction and death, and misuse can happen quite easily. Make sure you never mix them with alcohol, antidepressants, sedatives, or sleep aids. And if you are prescribed an opioid, you need to tell your doctor about any other drugs, including herbal supplements that you are taking. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
This project was supported by a grant from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation. Contents are solely the responsibility of CHCC and do not necessarily represent the official views of the CDC or the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Central Europe students are studying the Chamorro language and would like to extend their research to a deeper depth. The Northern Marianas Humanities Council are looking for Chamorro speakers who may be interested in participating in a study about certain grammatical properties of the Chamorro language. According to the council, a team of 3 linguistic students from the University of Bremen in Germany are conducting fieldwork as part of their ongoing study of the Chamorro language. Interested Chamorro speakers are expected to participate in 3 interview Zoom sessions that may be 25 minutes at a time. The first session will focus on team introductions. Second session will feature basic but concrete questions about the topics they are researching, and the third will be evaluation. The council is looking for candidates that speak Chamorro proficiently in day-to-day conversations. The deadline is July 5. You may email info@nmhcouncil.org for more information. This year's Taste of Marianas was a special to the Marianas Visitors Authority, with over 2,000 participants in this two-weekend event. MVA's Managing Director, Priscilla Iacopo, says this year's Taste of Marianas outcome was overwhelming in a good way.
We were very blessed to have not only our people come out, but the athletes really show their support. And, every night there was nonstop live entertainment. Obviously our booth vendors were, selling all their favorite delicacies. We also had the mayors from Tinian and Rota also showcase their delicacies as well and did food demonstrations. But overall, it was really good.
There were over 20 food vendors this year and a lot of live entertainment.
We had different types of artists perform, from a one-man band to various band members. We had orchestras come and play. We also had dance and our local dancers as well. So there was a variety of different type of music that were and entertainment.
MVA played a huge role in welcoming and taking care of the visitors, from greeting them as soon as they stepped out of the airport to keeping them entertained on their free time.
It always starts with our hospitality, right? And the moment those doors open, we really wanted to give them a glimpse of, our culture, and what better way through, our dance and music. And also it was a glimpse for Taste of the Marianas. So show them a little bit of that and then head on over to Taste so that way they can see everything.
The Carolinian Affairs Office held Project Lifang during the games as well, promoting cultural wear, food, and music. All right, coming up, we bring you more highlights from the Pacific Mini Games 2022.
All workers have the right to a safe workplace. Employers must provide a workplace that is free from recognized hazards and comply with applicable OSHA standards, including proper reporting of injuries. Training needs to be done in a language and vocabulary employees can understand, and an OSHA information poster must be displayed prominently in the workplace. Workers, you have the right to raise a safety or health concern with your employer or OSHA without being retaliated against, and request an OSHA consultation of your workplace if you believe there are unsafe or unhealthy conditions. OSHA can help. Free assistance to identify and correct hazards is available to small and medium-sized employers without citation or penalty. So look out, speak up, and stay safe. Job safety and health, it's not only good practice, it's the law. Check out OSHA.gov or call 664-3154 or 3155. Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
The CNMI hosting this year's Pacific Mini Games is not only a historic event to go down in the Commonwealth, but it's also a glorious milestone for our very own athletes. CNMI athletes exceeded expectations, winning 16 gold medals, 13 silver, and 9 bronzes right here in their hometown. This is the most medals ever won in one event than all the combined Pacific and Mini Games in the past. The athletes were motivated and the support from family and friends flowed overwhelmingly. Congratulations to everyone who rised up to the challenge.
But no, it was good. Robbie, I trust Robbie a lot to make plays, and he came up clutch in the end.
They fought till the very end. We played well. The crowd was behind us, and thank you guys for that. I love it. I love you guys. I love it.
Honestly, I'm still in shock, but you know, we've been practicing for 8 months. Unfortunately, we never had a league, but the boys pulled through, man. We came every day, we grinded out, and here we are, gold medalists.
Oh, it means a lot, you know. We did it for everybody. I did it for my family. You know, I've been practicing so hard. I missed a lot of birthdays. I mean, you know, it's all that matters now. Gold is all we wanted, and we did it.
I'm more than happy, and I'm just glad that it's finally over. Yeah, all the stress is gone now.
I feel proud that I'm here right now, and I finished this course.
Overall, we feel great. You know, we went up against some really, really good teams, battled as best we could, and yeah, we're feeling good.
Gave him all, really tired. I'm just happy to get here. Yeah.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Ghost Gym, and today I want to go over some exercises that you can easily apply into your current exercise program. Now I have here with me Vince, and he's going to be demoing some of those exercises. Now the first one today is going to be a one-arm dumbbell row. Before I have Vince here execute a few reps, what we want to remember with virtually any exercise is your setup. If you start in a bad position, it's not going to look good, and it's certainly not going to feel good. So a common mistake with here is obviously a rounded upper back, and as you can see, he's not very rigid or stable. So what we're gonna do is correct that just a little bit. So his supporting arm and his leg that's supported on the bench as well we wanna lock that in. Open up that leg a little bit to allow for a better path on that dumbbell. With the elbows coming up way too high, you can see the shoulders riding forward, and that's not what we want. So ideally, what you wanna think about is pulling with your elbows and stopping right at the midline of your body. So in this position right here, you can feel his entire upper back along with his core.
Scattered showers, east wind 11 to 13 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy with scattered showers, east wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. High 88, low 79, a humidity of 70%. Tomorrow, partly sunny with scattered showers and thunderstorms. High 86, low 79. The marine forecast, combined seas of 46 feet today, will drop a foot or so tonight, dropping further into 3 to 4 feet range for Tuesday through Thursday, before increasing a foot for the end of the week. East wind 10 to 15 knots, wind waves 2 to 3 feet, east swell 4 to 6 feet. The sunrise will be at 5:39 a.m., high tide at 8:24 p.m., low tide at 1:02 p.m., and the sunset, you can catch that at 6:50 p.m. All right, folks, there you have it. That is your Monday edition of the news, sports, and weather here in the Marianas. It's great to be back in the studio, and we know that there are still some athletes who are on the island. If you see them, we want to ask you to show the island hospitality. So thank you so much for watching the Channel 2 News. Have a great night, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday.